Geminis, welcome to my channel. Let's take a look at the next 72-hour window for you guys. We're going to start off with this oracle deck to see what the general themes are, and then we'll go into a couple more oracle cards and then also like a full-on spread. If you're new to the channel and you want to see future readings, if you feel as if I resonate with you, make sure you hit the subscribe button as well as the notification bell so that you get notified whenever I post in the future. Alrighty. Oh, and I do have my information below as well. If you do want to book a personal reading with me, just check there. I have phone readings as well as video readings, video recorded readings. So the first card that flew or fell out, we have joy, rejoicing in the present. So during this time frame, you could learn how to be present in the now and not to discredit, your personal progress, and also just enjoying the things that are working for you. There could have been way too much of a focus on what's wrong, what's the issue, problems that you could point out. And that's the thing with life. There's always going to be something that you're working on, that you're trying to fix. You have your whole life to fix your life. So being in the present is going to be like a theme where you don't focus your energy just on the negatives. Something during this time frame also could make you really, really happy. Something positive, some sort of good news, okay, a personal milestone that you reach. Now we also have the lamp, which talks about remembrance. So during this time frame, there could be a level of nostalgia. This could be either you like revisiting back home or something, and it gives you nostalgia. Or there could be someone who pops back up, and you could remember things that this person may have did or said that really did affect you or hurt you to some degree. This could even be with your partner, your current partner. There could be cycles you guys have went through where now it's like, I remember when we were at a bad point, or when we went through X, Y, and Z. And yeah, you could just be praying that certain trials and tribulations don't repeat that you've experienced within a relationship that you're in now, or a past relationship with a new person. We also have the skull of light, which represents illumination. So during this time frame, I feel like some of you are actually having some sort of spiritual awakening or a sense of downloads. Things are also being revealed to you, like illumination is shining a light on areas or situations or things that we just weren't able to see before. So during this time frame, you could be seeing someone for who they truly are. This could be in a positive sense, this could be in a negative sense, but there's this reveal that's happening. Okay, last card we have from this deck, we have the cauldron, which represents healing. So some of you are on this personal healing journey of either healing the body through medicine, through like, what's the word? Non-traditional ways of medicine. Some of you could be going vegan or changing your eating habits or just going into more of a natural lifestyle. For others of you, this more so speaks to healing of the mind and healing of the soul. So right now, there's a lot of purging that you're going to be doing. Now, let's go into what needs to be your focus. What needs to be my Gemini's focus during this time frame? We have healing with Mother Nature. So going out into nature, reconnecting with the earth. Some of you have been way too practical or focused on the practical elements of your life that you could be neglecting your spiritual self or your spiritual body. Connecting with nature is what's going to bring you back to a sense of groundedness. What also needs your focus, we have seeking healing water. So allowing yourself to purge emotions. When we're talking about water, we're talking about emotions, we're talking about the flow of emotions. There could be certain blockages that you feel because there's certain emotions you won't allow yourself to feel and release. And the only way that you can ever recover from emotions like anger or frustration or resentment is through purging it and also understanding it. Now, going into this time frame, let's look at what you are unaware of, but you need to be aware of coming into the next 3 days. What is the energy around my Geminis, around what they are unaware of that they need to know? So I have caution in reverse. So there's nothing to be afraid of. There's already been, or there is already, this purging of situations that are not in your best interest. With you stepping into new territory, it's not as scary as you may be thinking it is. Also, your sense of caution or fear of new experiences could be the reason why there's certain delays. And you need to be aware of how fear could be holding you back from actually fully committing yourself to either goals or like things that you're trying to get under wraps. Okay. Now, I also have good luck. Ooh, I love that. So what you're unaware of, your fortune is changing for the better. You do have luck on your side, especially in the realm of like finance. If you're trying to get a new job, if you're trying to level up in your career, this is a good sign. Now let's go into the full on spread for you. Geminis, what does the general energy look like for them for the next 72 hours? We have the Fool card. So there could be an Aries of significance. But the Fool card talks about taking a fresh approach to things or starting something new. So this could be you taking a new approach to how you communicate in your relationship if you're realizing it's not working the way that you're trying to communicate now. Or when it comes to how you manage your money, or when it comes to a business, you could be taking a new approach to how you go about getting clients or putting yourself out there. There's something new that you're trying. You could be at a place to where you're just so exhausted with the past and just certain cycles feeling like it's on repeat, where it's like, I just want to try something so that I can have a breakthrough. Now, going into what I see for career and finance, I have the Justice card. So the Justice card talks about balance and also fairness and karma. So for my Geminis looking for a job, some of you could be ending up in the legal field, okay? Or like, I don't know why I'm getting like a mediator or something. I don't know what that's about. Anywho, some of you guys could end up getting some really good news in regards to you getting a job here, especially if you've been waiting and waiting and waiting. For my Geminis who are already currently working, the Justice card does talk about, like, if you've had any issues, whether that's with getting pay that's owed to you, or there being some sort of harassment at the job or mistreatment, there could be some sort of either legal case that you're starting or some sort of justice that's given to you. This is like them making it up. So you could finally get your check in the mail, or HR is finally stepping in terms of like work harassment, for example. Now, going into what I see with love, I have the 9 of Wands. So with love, for my singles, you could find your love life to be a bit stressful. Some of you are struggling with not having like this wall up or this sense of defensiveness while trying to date, but it could be very difficult based off of what you've been through. For my Geminis who are already in a relationship, there could have been a lot of tense moments where you and your person were just not seeing eye to eye. And this time frame is a question of like, can I keep going in this connection? Can we make this work? Is this even worth trying to make it work? For others of you, the 9 of Wands could talk about like a partner or a love interest going through life and stress, and that could be causing them to not necessarily show up for the relationship. Now, going into the advice for you with the Lovers, it's important that you make decisions that are in your best interest, and using logic and also an understanding of how you feel in the same breath. Playing devil's advocate even. With the Lovers, also making sure with anybody who you're trying to connect with that the compatibility is there, not just in a attraction sense, in a chemistry sense, but in a like practical sense. Like, could this work? Not just in a, I like the way that you look and I like the way you make me feel. Also being cool with whatever you decide to do. With whatever decisions you make, you will have a level of regret at first, but in you knowing that you're doing stuff in your best interest and not trying to hurt anybody in the process, then there's no need to beat yourself up. Now, next card is going to represent challenge that you could run into. I have the Five of Swords. So this could be questioning someone's intentions. You could wonder like, okay, is this person playing a game? It feels like they're doing stuff and they're throwing the rock and hiding their hand, or they're being manipulative, or they could sometimes be really nasty with the things that they say in an argument. And the challenge is kind of seeing through that, like, okay, does this person mean this, or are they just speaking from a place of anger? For others of you, the Five of Swords could represent self-sabotage. This could be like talking yourself out of really great opportunities, or this could be being afraid of being wronged. So you don't want to give anyone the power. So you remove yourself from situations prematurely or out of fear. Now, going into the outcome, which is the last card, the Magician talks about learning your potential and also your, how do I say this? The Magician is like learning your potential and also seeing that you can make certain things happen for yourself, because the Magician is the person that wields things into existence for manifestation. So you could be specifically during this time frame manifesting something that you really wanted, or there could be signs that you're getting close to it. This could even symbolize you guys getting out of a place of self-doubt and focusing on what is, like I said, in your capabilities, and not really allowing fear to stop you, which is actually really good. You also could question, like I was saying earlier, if someone does have manipulative tendencies. Are they being manipulative in their behavior? But this is what I see. I hope that this was helpful and did give you insight. If you took something from this reading, thumbs it up, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.